Hi, welcome again to my channel. My name is Adirin Kelawal, and today I'm going to quickly share answers to a question that somebody asked me. So let me quickly just read the question. So, um, how do you strategically train your child to be independent? Are there books that you can recommend? First of all, this question wasn't asked to me directly. Somebody asked an acquaintance of mine, and then he, thought to ask me. I guess maybe he thought I would have some, maybe unique insights, and so I thought, okay, let me just share about this. So we all know that parenting can be quite challenging because nobody actually trains you to do this. You just grow up, you have kids, and then you are just supposed to know the best for them. So the answer I gave to this person was that to figure out how to parent a child, you need to kind of like figure out what kind of, not kind, what personality that child has, because I know that children are unique. They're as unique as adults. Children grow up to be adults, so basically they've been unique from birth. And I believe that one of the things that us parents need to do is to basically try to figure out the personality of our child. So I have three children, and the three of them are not alike in any way, and have come to realize that I cannot use a certain strategy to train the three of them, because they're not the same and they do not respond to the same things. So I think the first step that us parents need to take in order to be successful on this never ending sojourn is to basically figure out, like, look closely, like with kids, what you see is not what you get. Sometimes they're like deep, and I think we make the mistakes of thinking they're just kids, and we don't really take a second or a third look at them. So I think that we should figure out what personality they have and how we can best serve them. So one of my favorite analogy about children is the one that liken them to different kinds of plants. So one child might be like a bamboo, and the other child might be like an oak tree. So basically those two trees are not the same. They don't take the same time to reach some milestones. And if you mix it up, if you expecting things that you would if you are expecting things that a bamboo tree would have, you are expecting that from an oak tree, you'll be grossly disappointed, and you would probably mess things up for that plant, and in this case for that child. So I think that's the first step. And I think the second thing that I think parents should also have in mind is that we should be committed to our own self mastery and self improvement. For instance, you cannot pour from an empty cup. You can't give what you don't have. So if you do not have some certain qualities, it will be hard for you to instill it in your child. So if you know you want your child to grow up in a certain way, check yourself, like, do you have all those things? I think that should also be like a basic requirement. Like, how, okay, so I want my kids to be independent. Am I independent? I want my kids to be honest. Am I always honest? I don't want my kids to talk about people in a bad way. I hope am I not doing the same thing? Because even if you close your doors and do some things, trust me, kids kind of like know things. They know way more than we give them credit for. So I think that those two things, before you start reading any books or you start taking any courses, I think those two things must make sure that you know your kid very well. If possible, let them do personality quizzes. You can get many online, just like you would do okay, oh, I'm a choleric, oh, I'm a this. You can get your kids to do all those quizzes too. You can get your kids to do I think love language tests. Yes, so yes, kids also have their love language. So you as a parent must, if you know that, you have a higher what now leeway and leverage over you getting them to do things the right way. You want to discipline them, okay, these are the things that they would love, these are the things they don't love, and all of that. So do all you can to get all this information about your kids, and that would help you know what you're dealing with. You can't just be looking for tips and tricks when you don't even know what is in front of you. So get to know your kids so well, and also invest in your own self-improvement. The more you improve, the better parents you become. For instance, if you work on your own feelings and emotions, and you're able to identify a wider range of of attributes in yourself, you have a higher chance of teaching the same thing to your kid. There are so many things that maybe as a parent you also don't even know. You don't know when you are being avoidant of some things, of some issues. So definitely you cannot spot it in your child. You are impatient, and stress triggers you. Stress is supposed to, yes, trigger you to trigger all of us to a large extent, but being able to identify that, and learning about how to manage that with your kids, it will really help in the whole family dynamics. So imagine if your kids piss you off, right, and you feel compelled. If you're African, you feel compelled to just whoop their ass and smack them. So if you are on your self-mastery journey, you probably catch yourself like, okay, the only reason why I feel like smacking this child is because I'm stressed, and not because of what the child has done. So usually if you are able to have a certain level of self-mastery, you automatically become a better parent. So if you try these two things, and you find that okay, you have it like under control, I think that is only when you should start looking for books and courses and boot camps and and whole lot of that. So I just thought to share that. If this resonates with you in any way, please if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Kindly share to anybody who you feel might benefit from this too. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.